Yes. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It is I, your travel god of screaming came from fix this goddamn chain. But it is what it is. It is I, your travel god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Tuesday evening video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down at my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So do it now, subscribe to my channels, right now. Now, I'm telling you right now, to do it. And don't forget to comment on this video or any one of my videos from this channel and my other channels as well, from the past, present, and in the future, Conan. But don't leave stupid comments. You will get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, and then Ozzy and Satan will come out and laugh at you and then eat your soul. So don't do it. Go to your dead channel that nobody cares about and do it over there. Because you ain't gonna do it on mine. You don't like that? Well, too bad, bitch. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because you miss anything, well, you're pretty much SOL. You know what that means by now. And if you don't know, you might get slapped. Because you're still SOL. That's what it is. That's that. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and all that other good stuff. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, you relax, grab yourself a nice, tasty, cold one. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, well, get out of here. Go fuck yourself. That's that. But if you want to stay, acknowledge me and the prophecy. And that's pretty much it. You will bend the knee to me and the prophecy and to everybody else. And if you don't like that, then don't watch my channel. And don't act like a complete dick, thinking you're better than me when you're really not. So, it is what it is. And that's that. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody on this website. I'm just here for fun. So, let me enjoy myself here. And that's all. That's it. And if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. That's that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday evening, June the 2nd, 2026, as we are counting down the days to the end of the first half of The Price is Right. I mean, the first half of this year, 2026. We are 2 weeks away from the official start of summer. Yes. And pretty much a month away from July 4th weekend, which is like basically summer part 2. But, you know, we get that. Not the midpoint, but we don't even hit the midpoint till August. So, and then right after that, Labor Day weekend is the unofficial end of summer. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. Days are getting longer. And longer, and longer. Won't be dark here in the Northeast till about 9 o'clock as we get to summer and into July. And as we get to August, it starts going down a little bit. But, you know, hey, if it doesn't get dark till 9 o'clock, you're going to have fun. Go out, enjoy your day, all the way up to about 8:30 or so. 8:30, a quarter to 9. And you're still out, it's still semi-light outside, so you don't have to worry about it. That's why I love summer, because I can stay out and do whatever the fuck I want. Not all the time, because I, gotta come home and eat and clean the house and do whatever I gotta do, and, if I have to go out to events or whatever, at least I got time, so. I got daylight, but, when the winter comes, it gets dark like 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh, coming home from work or coming home from wherever I'm doing, it's dark. So, it is what it is. But I hope you had a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty nice here in the Northeast. Gonna get hot. Tomorrow gonna be in the 80s, 90s as we get into the weekend. A little rain, thunder boomers and stuff to cool it down a little bit. But all in all, it's gonna be a great weekend. And speaking of weekends, the end of this year this year, sorry, end of this month is going to be epic if you're a fucking wrestling fan. Not only do we have Night of Champions on June 27th, but June 28th, oh, baby, we're going to be watching a ton of wrestling. And if you haven't seen my video on my Peter Joseph channel, my little short video about the big news today, that NXT is going to be sandwiched in between Slammiversary and Forbidden Door. Ouch. So we got Forbidden Door at 3 p.m. and people saying it's 4 p.m., but I think TNA said it's going up to 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. to about 6 p.m. or so. We got Slammiversary. Might be extended till 7, I'm not sure. Then at 7 p.m. we got NXT Great American Bash on Channel 11, which is the CW11. That's going to go to about, I'd say 9, close to 10. But that's going to be sandwiched in between Forbidden Door, which starts at 8 p.m. on pay-per-view. Woo! Which pay-per-view is going to win Sunday night on June 28th? I don't know, man. I don't know. There might be 3 epic banger pay-per-views. I mean, it's going to be like which one? 6, 7? I hate doing that, but but I'm making a point. But it's going to be an epic night, June 28th, starting at 3 p.m. with Slammiversary from Boston, Massachusetts. I don't know where Great American Bash is going to be, probably in Florida at the Performance Center, or who knows where. And then Forbidden Door, I think is in, where's Forbidden Door? I don't even know. So we got that. So it's going to be an epic weekend. We know Night of Champions in the Land of Sand, Saudi Arabia. We got that. That's the finals of the King and Queen of the Ring. And I'm actually liking the I'm sorry to say this, but spoilers for the King and Queen of the Ring, the winners. A certain architect and a Queen of the Skies. So SummerSlam might be actually looking pretty decent with those people winning and getting the face Mr. Roman and possibly Liv Morgan or Cody if he has the belt by then. Or they face Liv Morgan or Mommy Rhea Ripley if they have the belts by SummerSlam. I mean, we'll see what happens with that, but from Ringside News, the spoilers are, and I'll give it to you guys, so if you don't want to hear it, click off the video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're back. So, Seth freaking Rollins is going to win the King of the Ring, per Ringside News. It could change to Oba. I hope it's Oba or Braun Breaker, not Seth Rollins, but we'll see what happens with that. And then on the women's side, the Queen of the Ring, it looks to be Io! Io! My girl Io, Queen Io, I said it since the beginning. Should have won it last year, but I don't think they gave it to Jade Cargill. But looks like this year is going to be Queen Io, and on the house shows in Europe, they've been doing Liv versus Io versus Sol Ruka. So, testing that, see if Io and Liv can have a great match, which I know they will. You know, so that should be good. Io versus Liv, possibly at SummerSlam, and then you got Seth Roman part 9 million. And remember the last time Seth faced Roman, he got smashed. So, we'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to NXT tonight, about a half hour from now, let's talk about Monday. Well, Monday Raw. So it is time for your Monday night / day Raw review. From yesterday afternoon on Netflix, June the 1st, 2026, we are at and emanating from the Inorpi Arena in Torino, Italy. That's a spicy meatball. I think I'm having some meatballs. I want to have some meatballs tonight. I'm gonna call my cousin. Tony D'Angelo. Gonna make me some meatballs. You know, I'm gonna call Salvatore and or Giuseppe, whoever's cooking tonight. get some, make me some pasta and meatballs tonight. Spaghetti and meatballs. For me and the missus tonight. And I don't have to pay like $15. I had to pay $2. You pay for $15, you fucks. Because that's my cousin. He's busy right now. I can't bother him right now. But it is what it is. So, we got that. Alright. Still continuing the European tour. We're going to be going to France on Friday, for SmackDown. And Monday Night Raw next week will be in not Paris, but it'll be in France as well. Another 2 p.m. start on Netflix. On Friday, if you have a VPN, you get to watch SmackDown. If not, you have to wait till 8 o'clock for the USA feed. That's pretty much it. Alright, as always, on Monday Night Raw, our commentary team of the legend himself, Michael Cole and Corey Slaves, once again. Coming off a pretty decent Clash in Italy pay-per-view, the first pay-per-view in Italy, knocked it out of the park, because Italy kicks ass. Their fans are nuts. They are crazy. And Raw, this Raw was, pretty good. It was so good that the hard camera was shaking like it was in France. Woo! They're gonna give France a run for their money. Ho, shit! I wish I was there, but, obviously I'm here. But anyway, alright, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time, because we gotta get to NXT. And I already did TNA, so I thought I had to do a TNA Ring of Honor video, but I already did it. So, we get that. So, later on, we'll be doing AEW, Dynamite, and W Pleasure, W Fun Collision reviews coming up on the Peter Joseph channel. We'll talk about NXT tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Alright, let's start Monday Night Raw. And that's that. Alright, so we start off with a Clash in Italy recap. What happened at the pay-per-view. So that was pretty good. Roman beating Jacob in Tribal Combat. Cody cheating and cheating to win and retain his SmackDown Undisputed title over Walter. We'll see what happens on that on Friday. Mommy Rhea Ripley defeated Jade Gargano to retain her title. Thanks to Charlotte. We got that. What else do we have on that show? There's a couple other Sol Ruka is the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, beating the man, Becky Lynch. So we're going to hear from her later. And, I think it was one more. I forget the other match, but if you haven't seen Clash in Italy, go watch it on the replay. And I like how after Raw, they replayed the epic match of the year. I'm not saying match of the year canon. It is match of the year. Ludwig Spears, Marcel Barthel taking on Chad Gable. The original Grande Americano is going at it. An epic mask versus max match, which we all know Marcel Barthel won. Bloody as fuck match. Well, for Chad Gable, but, he unmaxed, and now we'll see what happens with Chad Gable now. He's going to go back to being Chad Gable, and what happens to the Creeds, or the Credos, or whatever they call them, to put their masks on them. That's stupid. And I found out that Pete fucking Dunne, or I think it was, Rayo Bravo, he produced that match. Give that man a raise, or a title, or something. But that match was epic. And I'm glad they replayed it for us. If they haven't seen it, then go on the WWE YouTube page and find it. It's just an amazing, good storytelling with Marcel Barthel's actual girlfriend, Andrea. What was her name? Andrea. The commentary was great too. JBL and Rey Mysterio and Corey Slade going completely berserk. But good stuff. Good stuff there. And we got night 2 this weekend for Noches de la Grandes, which is the Night of the Greats. So, see what happens this week on Triple A. But man, Undertaker is doing an amazing job right now. I know people say, oh, he's Taker, he's Booker of the Year. Well, yeah, technically. He booked a great card and a great match with the Grande Americanos and everything. Great. I know Pete Dunne produced it, but Taker's doing some good shit in Triple A. Look out, Hunter! Shawn Michaels, Hickenbottom. See, even a legend can go to another promotion and make the promotion look great. Hey, we could send somebody to Ring of Honor. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Ring of Honor is just bad booking by Tony Khan. It's just bad. Pay-per-view wise, good. TV show wise, not so good, Al. But we move on. All right. So after the Clash in Italy review, it is time. We got a black car entering the arena or the backstage area, and who should come out but the Bloodline? Put up your wands, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy and JD Usos and our tribal chief, the World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. Put up your wands, you fuckers, and acknowledge the man. Well, Jacob's not there yet, so we see them go into the ring. The fans just went berserk for the OTC, and they're singing, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, stuff like that. And so they paused for that, which is a freaking epic moment. It felt like AJ Styles back in France. By the way, happy birthday, AJ Styles, 49 years old today. Hey, he's my age. I'm a little bit older than him, but, I'm a smidge older than the great, phenomenal AJ Styles. He knows I'm more phenomenal than him, though. I met him so many times. It's just great. I met him in Ring of Honor, like 3 times. It was just crazy. But, yeah. A legend. He should be, Hall of Famer. Who knew he'd be in the Hall of Fame that quick? He should be. He's not even in the TNA Hall of Fame yet. I don't know why, but I think it may be in, maybe not, but I don't know. So, we got that. Alright, so Roman's in the ring. He's impressed. Very impressive. Italy. Very impressive. Anyway, I'm impressed. Emperor Palpatine's impressed. Impressive. Most impressive. We get that. This goes on for like 10 minutes. It's just insane. Then he's like, Torino! Acknowledge me! And what do you think they do? They just sit on their asses and do nothing? No, they acknowledge the man, which you should too. So Roman's all happy. It's acknowledgement day. But where's Jacob? And Jay Uso gets on the mic and says, it's his first day in the job, he's already late. What a slacker! Who's he, Marty McFly? You're a slacker, just like your dad. You want to be a slacker too? McFly! Okay. I could go on and on with Back to the Future, but I'm not. Alright, Jacob finally comes out in black clothes. Oh, where did he get that? From the Men's Warehouse, when you can get some black shirts and pants. Because they'll make you look good. And when you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. Anyway, so Jacob comes out all in black. Roman and Jay mock him for taking too long. Hey, maybe you had to take a mean shit. I don't know. Come on, Roman, stop. Anyway, so Jacob glares at Jay. Uh-oh. He's like, give me the fucking mic. I'm like, uh-oh, shit about to go down. So Jacob says, I've taken a lot of losses over my career. And Sunday night was another one. I know there are consequences. His children saw their father take a loss, but he's not going to be a pussy and keep his word. He says, last night I lost to my tribal chief, but I didn't lose to Jay's punk ass. Ooh. So they looked like they're about to go at it, and one was like, Jacob! I'm over here, you dick! I'm like, uh-oh. Oh boy, we're getting heated. And I'm like, Jacob's gonna do something bad. He's not gonna acknowledge it. He's gonna like nutshot Roman or some shit. But anyway, so Jacob goes right up to Roman, and we take a little while, and he's like, I acknowledge you! And then he bends the knee like I told him to, right in front of Roman, and he's like, that's his hand like Randy Orton. puts his hand out. Roman grabs it, pulls him up, says, "You might not understand this right now, but Jacob, I love you." Imagine Jacob going, "I love you, Roman!" Not instead of, "I love you, Solo!" Well, we're gonna get that meme coming up. So we got that. And then Jimmy gets on the mic, says Jacob is with them now, so get behind us, because all those people in the back, BAM! They're done, because we the ones, well, they're the twos, and we the ones. Put up your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. And then they all do the pose, and we're waiting for Jacob to do it. Jacob's like, slowly puts up the one. I'm like, yeah, Jacob! Right? And then he's like, yeah, does his freaking head bob. And I was like, oh, man, I'm marked out. I was like, yes! Yes, my prophecy, no pun intended, came true. Because I wanted this 2 years ago. When Jacob debuted in WWE, I told you motherfuckers that he was going to join Roman. And nobody believed me. Oh, now he's going to be with Solo for the rest of his career. No! I told you since War Games. I told you guys since War Games, Jacob was going to join up with Roman eventually. And what happens? Jacob's with Roman. Now, people are going to say, oh, he's going to turn. He might. Not right now. But the bloodline right now, I know people are like, oh, they went for the bloodline. They're going back to the fucking shit from 2021. We're going to have another 4-year reign with Roman. Ah! Don't watch the product then. If you don't want Roman to hold the belt for like a year or two, shut the fuck up. Acknowledge Roman as your champion. If not, get the fuck out of the IWC. Because it's not a WC anymore. It's IWC, which are a bunch of fucking retards. Just saying. There are a lot of dumb fucks in the IWC. Ah, Chidi! Sorry. Moving on. So we get that. So they do the pose. It took a little bit. But the bloodline is back. I would say bloodline version 3. With Solo. Solo's little bloodline was kind of like, Now it's basically 3 people. And it could be another civil war with Solo, Hikuleo, Tamatanga. Maybe Lance Anoa'i comes around, comes into the group. Zila, Fatu. Maybe the guy that looks like Yokozuna, what's his name, Dalius, or I don't know, someone with a T in it. There's so many Samoans in that fucking bloodline. I mean, they're gonna eventually come up, so the bloodline's never gonna end. The storyline with the bloodline's never ending. Even after Roman and the Usos all retire, go in the Hall of Fame, even, Hikuleo, Solo in the group who are a little bit younger, they start coming up, Zila and Lance, and the guy looks like Yokozuna, and whoever else, you still got Naomi and Nia Jax, because they're Samoan, part of the bloodline. Well, not Naomi's not Samoan, but she's technically in the bloodline because she married Jimmy. So, there's a whole bunch of people. Even Roman's kids, Jimmy and Jay's kids. Jacob's kids probably be joining wrestling, It's get crazy. But I love it. I'm here for it, man. I am here for the bloodline. I've been a bloodline fan since Roman formed the bloodline back in 2020 during the pandemic era. And no, not because of Issa. So get off of that bullshit that I like Roman because of Issa. No! I liked Roman back in 2019. Yeah, I did say some bad shit about him because he was getting pushed down my throat every goddamn week, like Cena. And I said bad things about Cena, but even though he turned face, he turned heel, then face during his retirement run, I felt like, you know what? I take everything back from I ever said about Cena. And I took everything back from Roman in 2019 when he came out saying he had leukemia. I mean, then he had remission. Then he was in remission. I was like, yeah, I'm a fan now. Everything I said about Roman, I take back. whether anybody likes it or not. And I've been a Roman fan for 7 years. You were a fan because of Issa. No, I didn't meet Issa until 2022, you fucks. So, do your fucking research. Or shut the fuck up. That's all I gotta say about that. Moving on. Alright, so I gave that first segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. Jacob bends the knee to Roman. We see what happens with the new and improved bloodline. We got that. Alright, then we got a video for the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. And every match is a 4-way. I'm like, what? No individual matches. I know that'll take too long, but every match in the bracket, in the left and right side, are fatal 4-way matches. So the winner of the fatal 4-way goes to the semifinals, which becomes a normal one-on-one match, and then they go to the finals. I mean, I get it, because you don't have much time going, you started the tournament now, and then if you do it individually, it will take like forever. Gonna have to do like 3-hour Raw and SmackDowns. And the final 3-hour SmackDown is June 26th. So then we're going to 2 hours from 8 to 10 on the USA Network, which I think is better. Let's see. Alright, so after that, so we got fatal 4-ways to start, and then the semifinals are, regular one-on-one matches. So we go from basically 16 down to 4, which is crazy. Down to 4, down to 2. Not your regular tournament, but alright, we got that. Alright, so we start off the tournament with the men, obviously. So we start with the men. We got Pentagon Zero Miedo, Mr. Intercontinental Champion. He takes on Solo Mibuki, and who takes on him, Carmelo Hayes, the man who shoots and don't miss, and, well, the guy that's pretty much, the possible winner of the King in the Ring, and that's the man who got destroyed. That's the match I forgot. The man who got destroyed by Brock Lesnar, and that's the man from Wakanda, the Gula, Oba, who, Femi. Alright, so he comes out, walking a little bit gingerly since he got his ass kicked. His arm is all taped up after, pretty much getting almost broken when Brock put on the Kimura lock, not once but twice. So Oba goes to the ring, he beats up the other 3 guys, then he does his entrance. He finishes his entrance. I thought that was fucking crazy and epic. That was crazy. Talatonga at ringside, they had a stare down. Oh, sign me up for that match. Big, beefy man slapping meat. In that match, sorry. That's that. So, they went at it for almost just under 9 minutes. Get to the end, Pentagon gets sent in, Pentagon and Carmelo hit flippy dippity doos. And then Solo clotheslines Pentagon back inside the ring. But Pentagon comes back with a panic driver on Carmelo Hayes. And then we get a forward, everybody's down. Oba is back somehow. Starts whipping everybody's ass. And then a spine buster to Pentagon. And then Talatonga gets tossed on the announcer's table. Ow! Which did not break. Solo di tavulo! That means, I am the table in Italian. So he gets tossed to the announcer's table, didn't break. And then Oba hits Fall from Grace on Solo. 1, 2, 3 to advance to the semifinals. Let's see who he faces there. As we got the other matches happening on SmackDown. So, we got that. Alright, so just under 9 minutes, good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And then after the match, Oba cuts a promo talking about Brock Lesnar, asking if he could take a beating. And then says, well, after 7 F5s, I'm gonna go and become the king of the ring, possibly. And he tells Brock, you need to remember, we are 1-1. So I'll see you down the road. So Oba could possibly win this thing, face Roman at SummerSlam, maybe night 1, and then face Brock night 2. But since the spoiler came out that Seth Rollins might win the King of the Ring, I'm thinking it's going to be Oba versus Seth Rollins at Night of Champions for the King of the Ring title. And we might see a certain beast cost Oba the King of the Ring. Seth wins the King of the Ring, goes to face Roman probably on night 1 or night 2. And then we get round 3 in the tree. Oba, Brock 3, and Brock will probably retire right then and there in his hometown of Minnesota. So that could be a night 1 or night 2 main event. I mean, it doesn't matter. Roman and Seth has to be night 2. Has to be. And I heard a rumor that The Rock and Roman is pretty much locked for WrestleMania 43. Right! I'll believe that when I actually see it. There is no fucking way The Rock is going to be at Mania 43. He's too fucking busy. Dwayne. And you know he's going to get smashed at Mania, whether it be for the title or not. We'll see. We got that. Alright, then we got a video for Seth freaking Rollins and Braun Breaker in the main event tonight. In the main event of this show. That should be fun. Alright, after that, Kathy Kelly brings out the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, who will snatch your soul! Crowd loved her. She's asked if she believed she would get here. Thanks to fans for believing in her. Thanks the man, Becky Lynch, for giving her a chance. But she proved Becky wrong. And it's not just her saying it either. Oh, nice little Sports Illustrated reference. Okay. She's going to be a fighting champion, and you shouldn't underestimate her because she'll snatch your soul! And that was pretty much it. She gets pyro and everything. She's a champ. Okay, we got that. So we'll see what happens with Sol Ruka and the Women's Intercontinental title as we move on. Becky's in the Queen of the Ring tournament. I think she's taking on Liv Morgan. Oh, why? Why is Liv in the tournament? Why? That boggles my mind. Imagine we get Queen Liv Morgan. She can't even fight anybody. So what's the point? We know she's gonna lose, obviously. Probably beat Becky and then get to the semifinals. I think we could get Io and Liv. I don't know if they're in the same. I think they're not in the same bracket, but we could get Io and Liv at Night of Champions for the Queen of the Ring title. Io wins that, and then she goes on a SummerSlam and wins again. Get a twofer for Io. Io becomes the Raw Women's Champion once again. I'm for that. As much as I love Liv Morgan, Trouble, trouble, that's me, Cherry Lipton, whatever the song is. Oh, she's a doll. But I digress on that. Alright, we move on. Alright, after the show, we got a video of Roman and Cody! I'm DK'd Cody, you bitch! Having a little stare down. And, Cody saying, I heard what Roman said, F QB1, F that noise. And then Cody's like, Roman, we're 1-1 too, so, we'll see each other sometime soon. Hey, maybe a crown jewel. I don't know. If we see that, I hope Roman smashes Cody to bits. Fuck Cody. And all you fucking Cody riders. No! Fuck him. Alright, move on. Alright, we're in the back. Roman wants the Usos to keep an eye on Cody. Speaking of Cody. So they're going to go to SmackDown, obviously, on Friday. But for now, Roman wants Jey Uso to go become the King of the Ring. Can we see Roman and Jey? I doubt that because, if Jey wins, he faces Roman. It kind of makes no sense if Roman's like, go and keep an eye on Cody. Unless Jey's going to SmackDown. I don't know. So, he says, go be King of the Ring and go on to SummerSlam to get the other world title. Okay. But isn't the winner of the King of the Ring faces the champion of their brand? So if Jey's on Raw, he has to face Roman, right? It makes no sense for Roman to say go on the win King of the Ring and then go and beat Cody. Alright, but whatever Roman wants, that's fine. But, we'll see. I don't know who Cody's going to face at SummerSlam. I don't even know at the moment. It could be somebody from the King of the Ring, wins the King of the Ring from SmackDown. Probably, maybe Finn Balor. Maybe. I doubt it. But, I mean, we'll see. At this point, I'd rather have Cody Randy again or Cody Drew again. Because Drew McIntyre's coming back. Randy's coming back. I don't know when, but we get that. Jimmy's staying with Roman because Jay has to do this on his own. So, nobody's going to be at ringside for Jay in his Fatal 4-Way match. Probably which will be on SmackDown. So, we get that. So, we'll see what happens with Jimmy. I'm assuming, not Jimmy. So, with Jay. And, yeah, see what else happens with the Bloodline. That's it. Alright, then we get to a tag team match player. We got the LWO reuniting. Well, semi-reuniting. Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka! You know, Eddie's favorite person in the whole world, right, Eddie? No, I don't like him! That pendejo! Why do you think I like him, ese pedo? What is wrong with you? I'm sorry, I was just joking around, Eddie. Don't joke around with me, I don't like him! Okay, I'm sorry. Calm down, tranquilo. Grab some sangria, man. What's wrong with you? Grab a taco, it's Tuesday. By the way, Taco Cat, spelled backwards, is Taco Cat. Not otaku, but taco. Grab yourself a taco tonight. We move on. So Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee take on Ethan Page. Oh, ego to the post. And Alexander Rusev. Rusev smacks CJ Petty, pussy. Yeah. I miss CJ. I love her, but, you know. Rusev, you are a lucky man. Bastard. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we basically get Mexico versus Canada/Bulgaria. It's a little warfare, if you will. Match was, It was actually decent, not bad. We get to the end, everything breaks down. Ethan sends Ray into Dragon Lee, oops, which allows him to grab a fruit roll-up for a near fall. And then Ethan's Boston Crab in Italy, so you call it an Italian crab, has to be broken up. And then Dragon Lee with a suicide dive on the Rusev. That leads Ray to 619 Ethan into the drop of the dime, slingshot splash. 1, 2, 3, the LWO get the win in a smidge over 11.5 minutes. Decent match, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's that. So, yeah, Ray won, Eddie. He cheated! Stop. We get it. Your food is ready, by the way. Moving on. Alright, we're in the back. Adam Pearce talks to Pentagon and gives him the Intercontinental title match against Ray. I thought that was already approved. So Pentagon approves of that, and he leaves, and then Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah, he comes in. He's not happy with how much attention Adam Pearce will be giving to Roman. Are you jealous? Eli, are you jealous that Adam Pearce is giving more attention to Roman because he's the champ and you're not? I mean, you're my boy and everything, but bend the knee. So Eli's like, maybe we need to get Adam Pearce's own honorary Oos shirt. Eli, you really mean that? Are you feeling oosy? You're not feeling very oosy there, Eli? I hope you're all feeling oozy today. I'm feeling pretty oozy myself. We move on with that. So then he's like, maybe I could bring you out of retirement. You know. Blah, blah, blah. So Eli thinks Adam Pearce is trying to get the bloodline back together. That's really Hunter. Even boxed a finger point, you bastard, before storming off. Yeah. Everybody's mad at Adam Pearce because he's giving more attention to the champ. But that's a bad thing, right? I mean, Eli, you want to get smashed again? I mean, we'll set it up. Set up for a random Raw SmackDown, Roman will whip your ass and send you home. Get out of here. Stop complaining. We know Hunter don't like you anyway, so why are you complaining to Pearce? Don't complain to Pearce because he's giving more attention to Roman and trying to get the bloodline back together. Talk to Hunter. He don't like you. Try to work something out with a guy that don't like you. We're like, why are you bringing back the Bloodline? Why are you recycling all this shit? You know what Hunter would say? You know, Eli, why don't you just leave? Go to AEW, or back to TNA, Yeah, you know. You don't like it, get out of here. Shit. Alright, so commentary then talks about the match versus match, the epic match of the year between Chad Gable and Marcel Barthel. We got that. And we move on. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. We get highlights of it. Fucking epic storytelling. Epic match of the year. Nothing is going to compare to that shit. I don't care. I know we got 6 more months of wrestling this year. I know there's probably going to be some epic matches, but that match... I mean, storytelling, wrestling-wise, passion... I mean, it felt like... I'm telling you right now, it feels like Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat WrestleMania 3 all over again. How epic that match was. That's still my match of all time. I don't care what anybody says. But that match between between Chad Gable and Marcel Barthel, Ludwig Spears, whatever you want to call him, fucking almost on the same level as Randy and Ricky Steamboat. That had great storytelling. I mean, this match had great storytelling as well, but epic. See, Randy, I gave you some praise for once, alright? Oh, yeah, freak out. Thank you very much for the praise. Oh, yeah, dig it. Okay, calm down. Hi, Liz. How you doing? Hi, Mr. Joseph. Hi, how you doing? Okay. You look great. I know she looks great. Stop looking at her. I can't help it. Oh, great. I'm being a Ray now. Shit. Don't be a Ray. Okay? Ray, when somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes. I couldn't help. Fuck you, Ray. That's what should have happened in Ghostbusters. When Ray says, I couldn't help it. Everybody should have just slapped the fucking shit out of Ray. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now we're gonna die. This fucking big fucking marshmallow man's gonna kill us all, and then Gozer's gonna come kill us too. Actually, Gozer should have killed us anyway. I thought Gozer was a guy. Gozer could be anything he wants to be. She looked hot too. for a freaking villain, she was pretty hot. Gozer the Gozerian. With Vince Lotto, Keymaster of Gozer, or whatever it was. I'm Vince Lotto, Keymaster of Gozer. Or Gatekeeper, or whatever it is. I forget. Moving on. Alright. Gonna put on NXT. Shit. NXT is about to start. I can get out of my, goddamn, there we go. I was watching LFG, that's why. Look at that. Alright, so, NXT is about to start. Alright, so we're gonna finish this up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the Queen of the Ring first round match, Fatal 4-Way. We have Lash Legend, get shit done, with Nia Jax at ringside. Julia, my girl Julia, now my 5th wife. We made it official. Actually, 6th wife. We got Miyu with number 5. Miyu Yamashita. Ugh. She goes to town, I'm all dick. But it is what it is. Julia is there. I think Kiana James was at ringside. Io Sky and Roxanne Perez with Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan at ringside. We got that. Alright, this was a pretty good match. We're getting to the end. Julia takes Io up top. Oh, my cousin's on, sorry. Gus! My cousin's on, ladies and gentlemen. Tony D'Angelo is going to be taking on Anthony Luke, Cam Hendricks tonight. Guess who wins that one? If you say Cam Hendricks, I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. We got Tavion Heights, and Miles Oklahoma, Ozzy Osbourne teaming up. A little, Catchpoint 3.0 reunion. They're going to be taking on, Dark State of Dion, Osiris Griffin, or, Cutler. We got that. It is packed in the Performance Center. Well, the CWC. Delta's coming out first. So, Delta looking to go after the NXT Women's North American title. And maybe a date with the creepy girl Tatum Paxley. But she got beat up by Lizzie Rain, the resident rocker chick. And they're going to have a match, I believe, right now. So here comes Delta. I like the stage. The stage looks different. You don't see those lights on the side of the stage near the crowd and everything. You don't see them. That's inventive now. Okay. So CWC is kind of upgrading a little bit. That's nice. Alright. Delta staring right into my soul. Shit. I do her. But I digress. Alright, she's going to be taking on Lizzie Rain, the resident rocker chick, the daughter of Clive Burton of Iron Maiden. Hall of Famers. Can't wait. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the induction ceremony with Iron Maiden. I hope they play the Trooper. They're going to play Run to the Hills, obviously, probably. They might play a medley. I don't know what they're going to play at, if they can even play at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Wu-Tang, I think, is in. So we're going to hear some stuff from Wu-Tang. From Method Man and company. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. I came to bring the pain, oh, vein to the pain. Go inside my Escobar. Stuff like that. Sadly, we're not going to have no ODB. Oh, dirty bastard. We're not going to have him there. It would be nice if we had ODB there singing, oh, baby, I like it raw. You know. Or, hey, dirty, baby, I got your money. Rosa loves that song. I wonder why. Not for obvious reasons, but maybe she just loves money. I don't know. I don't know why. Anyway. Alright, so Julia takes Io up top. Roxanne breaks that up, only for Lash to double powerbomb. Well, not Io. Io doesn't get anything. And then the Lash extension drops Julia and Roxanne Perez. That was nice. And then Io makes a save on the pin. And then she hits Julia with over the moonsault. Why is Julia taking pins? Jesus Christ. Somebody had to take the pin. I was thinking maybe Lash will take the pin or Roxy will take the pin. Still look good doing it. But they give it to Julia. Oh, yeah. I think Hunter really hates Julia at this point. Because 2 U.S. title reigns, garbage. And now her and Kiana James are going at it. They're going to break up that team, obviously. And then going to have some boring fucking feud. Can we just send Julia back to NXT? Or, I hate saying it, but release her and let her go back to Japan? At this point, send her back to Japan. Send her back to Stardom or New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know. Because it doesn't feel like it's working. She came in all red hot. Yeah, she won the NXT World title. But she loses to Stephanie McCurr. And then she goes right to the main roster. Beats Zelina Vega not once but twice, I think. No, she beat Zelina. I think I know she won it from Chelsea, I think the first or second time. I think she beat Zelina Vega for the first title, and then she beat Chelsea for the second one. But it went nowhere. She wasn't even fighting. It was just disgusting. Yeah, she gets a women's tag team title shot with Kiana James. I thought they could have won the titles there and made Julia look good. But no! They're making her look like a fucking jobber. And another Japanese wrestler comes to America and they fuck that experiment up. Not saying Shinsuke, not saying Io, Asuka, or Kairi. Or anybody else Japanese, basically. Or Tozawa, whatever Tozawa. But they did this with Saray. Brought her in, the Empress of the Sun, whatever her moniker is. And, she got a good buzz, and then they just did that stupid schoolgirl gimmick, where she's a schoolgirl and changes into the Empress of the Sun. I'm like, what is this? That experiment failed miserably. She goes back to fucking New Japan, and guess what? I think she is the New Japan Strong Champion, or the New Japan World Women's Champion. I forget. But it might be just a different Saray. I don't know. But that experiment failed. So the Julia experiment is failing miserably. Miserably. They have to send her down to NXT, because I don't know what they're going to do at this point with Julia. She's just floating around. Next thing you know, she'll be in catering. I'm like, why? Why is Julia in fucking catering? She should be going after the Women's World title. Why can't we just give Julia the Women's World title at this point? Let her face Mommy Rhea Ripley, or go to Raw and face Io or when she wins the title, or face Liv Morgan. Why is she just being a mid-carder? Or even below mid-card? I mean, really, it's stupid. Honey, you are fucked up, man. Book of the Year, my ass, because you can't even book Japanese wrestlers, besides Io and Kairi and Asuka. Shinsuke's in no man's land. That whole thing with him and the MFTs, with him and Tama, now that disintegrated because Tama turned on him. I mean, we haven't seen Shinsuke go back after Tama yet. I hope he does and beats him, but I don't know if they're going to do that faction with him, possibly Evil. Maybe Tama, when they bring in Hiromu Takahashi. I bet you nothing when they're going to fuck Evil up after his little thing in NXT with my cousin Tony D. He might win the title, and then who knows what happens after that. But if he goes to the main roster, they're gonna fuck him up. They're gonna make him look good, but then he's gonna basically get the same treatment. Down the drain he goes. And God forbid when they bring in Takahashi would be like a legend for 5 years in NXT, win the North American title, or possibly win the world title. You can say that, but they're gonna get sick of him in NXT, saying, "Oh, you're gonna go to the main roster, join up with Shinsuke and Evil, join that little faction." And the faction is like strong, but not like Bloodline strong. But they'll do some good stuff on SmackDown or Raw, and then individually they'll be like, eh. So I don't trust WWE with Evil, with Takahashi, or whoever else comes from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Or used to be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. If somebody from AEW comes over, get sent to Hunter's office. Hunter's like, I'm gonna make you a star. You believe it? You're like, okay, Hunter. Let's see what happens in 6 to 12 months. Fucking hate Hunter so bad doing with this Julia stuff. I hate it. Anyway, moving on. Alright. Then in the back we seen, somebody we haven't seen in the ring in a while, Maxine Dupri, who's been hanging out with a certain guy named Austin Theory a lot. They be fucking around the mountain when they fuck. So he's not happy about not being in the Queen of the Ring. I agree with that. She should be in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Adam Pearce says she's the first choice if a spot opens up, so if somebody gets hurt, put him in. And then Otis and Tozawa come in. They warn her about hanging out with Austin Theory because he's bad news. Then she's like, I got this, don't worry. Yeah, right. You don't got it. You got something. And there's Austin Theory's dick in your mouth. You know she don't want Anthony Luke. Anthony Luke's not even good for her. I'm sorry. She's a gorgeous lady, no doubt about that. But would you rather have Austin Theory in bed with you or Anthony Luke or Cam Hendricks, whatever you want to call him? I mean, it's her prerogative. But in my opinion, she should be with Austin Theory. Storyline or not storyline? This is my opinion. Moving on. Alright, Bayley Give me a hug. And the Lassie Beach from Ireland, Lila Valkyria, they want the women's tag team belts. Lila goes over to Sol Ruka, praises her for ending the Becky Lynch reign of terror. And then she gets a title shot out of that. Pfft, that was easy. Bayley's not thrilled about that. Uh-oh. Can we see some dissension? Although the tag team breaks up. Why not? We move on. Alright, after that, Roxanne Perez starts yelling about her loss. Liv Morgan comes in, brags about how she's going to win the tournament. Possibly. And Raquel Rodriguez has to help her get the hint. And Roxy doesn't seem happy about not getting any help from her bestie Raquel or her other bestie Liv. Liv says that me and Dom, Eddie's son Dominic Guerrero, I say, are winning the tournament. Oh yeah, Dom is in the tournament. I forgot your son is in the tournament, Eddie. I do forget my son is in the tournament. What is wrong with you today, Essie? It's Tuesday. I don't you like that every day. Stop it. Anyway. So. And then, forgetting that Raquel and JD McDumpfucker are also in the tournament. We're all getting senior moments. We're all brain farts right now. Oh, I was about to say, Lizzie Rain just beat Delta, but she didn't. Gonna near fall off a tornado. Oh, damn. That tornado DDT, she spiked Delta on her head. Damn. We got that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to your main event of Raw. Seth freaking Rollins. He comes out, takes on Braun Breaker with the Wise Man. My name is Paul Heyman at ringside. This was a good match. Austin Theory comes out for distraction at the end of the match. But Montez Ford of the Street Profits, he runs out to take him out. And then another spear gives Braun a near fall. Rollins stomp. Also gets a near fall as Heyman put the foot on the rope. The referee doesn't kick him out. So Rollins goes after Paul Heyman, who accidentally, they're by the barricade. I'm like, yep. And then we see Braun go whoop to the Spear of Doom, and he spears Paul Heyman into the barricade. And Michael Cole's like, somebody call the ambulance! And freaking Corey Graves like, call the coroner! Dead walrus! Somebody call Peter! Yeah, Peter's gonna be called because of walrus. They killed a walrus last night. Holy shit! Gilly Cutter! Oh. Nice gilly cutter by Lizzie Rain. Picture perfect. Bang! And then some type of neck breaker. She's gonna beat her? No. Oh! 2.999995. Roundhouse kick to the head. Slingshot, but Delta caught her in a German suplex. Spear. Gonna pick her up. F5! Well, didn't look good, but effective. 1, 2, 3. Delta beats Lizzie Rain. Gets a little revenge after what happened last week in the back. And Tatum Paxley was at ringside on commentary. So, looks like we're going to get Delta and Tatum at the Great American Bash. I did, because, we're 24 days away. We got to start building matches here. So, looks like we're definitely going to get Delta versus Tatum Paxley at the Bash. I think we're going to get a new champ, because Delta's been going after that goddamn title for so long. She technically had it when she subbed for Sol Ruka. We don't count that as a title. But, holding the title, we don't count that as she actually won the title. She kind of sort of defended it in her honor. We don't count that. But now she's going after the title. I think she's going to finally win her first actual major title in WWE/NXT. So, we got that. Move on. Alright, so, it's back to Raw. So, Rollins spears Heyman to hell. Braun's like, oh shit, I fucked up! Then he goes for another spear. Rollins has the tag team title that now Braun has by default. Because Logan Paul is injured. So we get that. And Braun knocks himself the fuck out. And then Rollins, grabbing his freaking ribs, who are pretty much dead, gone. And then he hits the stomp anyway. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins beats Braun Breaker. Oh, the women's title's next week? Okay. Thought it was going to be at the Bash, but it's next week. Alright, now we got Tavion and Miles arguing with Sean Legacy and Dorian Van Duck's DVD. We saw him on LFG this past Sunday, taking on, well, it was Mike DeRuiter, his given name, taking on Idolo de Fleur Pepe de Pew before he got hurt. So they're talking in the back all together. And then Sean Spears and Nico of the Cuckling, they're talking about the tag team division and stuff. Going after the tag team titles with the Varsity Club. The Vanity Project, I'm sorry. Varsity Club, that's NWA stuff. But anyway. Izzy Dame, damn, barely wearing anything. Bookie Hogan 2.0. So, still some dissension with the Cuckling, you know. So, Izzy's like, I'm going to put going after the NXT Women's title and Lola Vice on a back burner. We got other business to attend to. So tonight's about them, and we have no other choice. So, let's see what happens with that. And now we got Dark State coming out against Miles. They'll call him Ozzy Osbourne and Tavion Heights. Can they coexist again? We'll see. Because they're arguing after, Tavion cost Miles that match against Mason Rook and Cam Hendricks last week. I wonder if we're going to see Mason Rook tonight. I hope. What the hell? Saquon Sugars is here, and he knocked Cutler the fuck out with a bat. And now Dion and Osiris Griffin going after Saquon Sugars in the crowd. Damn. Cutler got knocked the fuck out. Like he was going down the stairs like Darkseid usually does. And then he just, fell over the fucking guardrail, the barricade. I'm like, what the fuck? Did he just botch? No, then we see Saquon Sugars nailing him with a bat. And then he just runs up the stairs like, I didn't do anything. So Saquon, we saw him at the end of NXT last week on the top of the truck. Watching like a hawk, Sting from the rafters and shit. So now he got Cutler. Well, technically, he got Cutler. He didn't kick his ass, hurt him or anything, but whatever. But, damn. NXT's been kind of good so far. We got that. Alright, so Seth Rollins gets the win in under 22.5 minutes. And then he signals that he wants the title. He wants to face Roman. But he has to win the King of the Ring tournament to do that. And I think his match is next week, I think, on Raw. Or this weekend, this Friday on SmackDown. I don't know when the matches are exactly, but we're going to get more King and Queen of the Ring matches this week and next week, and then the following week is the semifinals, and the finals are at Night of Champions on June 27th. So, looks like it might be, like I said, Oba versus Seth, and Io against Liv, maybe? I don't know. But from the spoilers, and I read this on Ringside News, you can go on Ringside News and look at it. They have a spoiler. It could happen. It could not happen. But they're saying Seth freaking Rollins is going to win the King of the Ring, face Roman at SummerSlam. Maybe. I don't think he will, but he might beat Roman. Who knows if Roman's going to be around past SummerSlam. Every week on Raw. We don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And then on the women's side, looks like we might get Io and Liv at Night of Champions, and then at SummerSlam in a rematch. But that's going to be for the title. So, gonna be exciting. Can't wait for that. Alright, guys. Raw was pretty good. 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Electric Widow would say, let's talk about it. That's pretty much it. Alright, guys. I'm going to go watch the rest of NXT. Going to have my sensible dinner. And I'll be back a little bit later with your trifecta of AEW, Dynamite, and Collision reviews. It's going to be a long one. So, get your popcorn for that one. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. 7.25 out of 10 stars for Raw. Great show. See what happens on SmackDown this week. And that's that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time. Peace.